Hello everybody. We're going to go over the order of operations. This is a new chapter, expressions and equations, and this is the unit we're going over, which is the order of operations. This will bring us towards how to solve expressions and eventually how to evaluate and solve equations. Our state standard. We're going to interpret the structure of expressions. This is A.SSE.1, interpreting expressions that represent a quantity in terms of its context. Our goals. Students, you'll be able to learn the basic order of operations and be able to solve simple one-step expressions. What is the order of operations? The order of operations is used to evaluate and simplify expressions. If I haven't said it already, can you please follow along in your guided notes? This is very important. We will be using vocabulary words throughout this lesson, which are expression, numeric expression, algebraic expression, order of operations, variable operations, constant, and coefficient. These words, our vocabulary words, will follow us through this entire chapter. So let's go over these vocabulary words. Expression. An expression is a mathematical phrase that can contain a number terms, which are constants, variables, a coefficient, and operations. A number term or constant is your basic numbers. 1, 10, 521, pretty much can be any number. Variables are an unknown number represented by a letter. Usually it's X, you see a lot of that. A, V. Pretty much any letter can be used as a placeholder for an unknown number. Operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponents, and parentheses. Coefficient is a number in front of a variable. The most used types of expressions are numeric and algebraic, especially at this level of pre-algebra. Numeric expressions. Numeric expressions can have to contain a number value and sometimes an operation. These expressions do not contain a variable. These are numeric expressions, meaning they're all numbers. And they can range from the simplest, 1, 2, 4, any number, to simple phrases, 3 plus 1, 5 plus 10, to the more advanced phrases, 54 minus 64 plus 3. These can be used for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Algebraic expressions. An algebraic expression must have at least one variable, an operation, and a coefficient, and sometimes a number term, or known as a constant. It is implied if there is no coefficient number in front of a letter, it's 1. It's an invisible 1. So in front of this X, there'd be a 1. As you can see, we range from the simplest down to the most complex. The order of operation is also known as PEMDAS. Most people use it as, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It helps them remember it. So we start out with parentheses, which are, I call them huggy marks. It's like giving numbers a hug. Exponent. It's a number raised to a power. Multiplication or division. You do this from left to right, they are on the same step. Addition or subtraction. From left to right. They are also the same step. So let's think about the basic operations. Multiplication and division. We're at level 1. We must perform multiplication and division first, before anything else. when solving an expression. If there are many operations of multiplication and division in one expression, evaluate them in order from left to right. Do these operations before adding or subtracting. This is your first step. Level 2. You do the second. After all multiplication and division are finished, you can go on to addition subtraction. We perform addition and subtraction next. If there are many operations of addition and subtraction in one expression, evaluate them in order from left to right. Let's look at this one. We have 20 divided by 2, multiplied by 9. We're going to do division first. We're going to divide 20 by 2, which is 10. Then we're going to rewrite it. 10 divided by 2 multiplied by 9. We're going to divide 10 divided by 2. And we're going to rewrite it. 5 times 9. We multiply 5 by 9. And we get 45. This is the true value of the expression. Expression 2. So we have 10, and we subtract 2, we multiply 4, we divide by 2, and we add 1. So we start out this whole long expression. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponent, multiply, divide, addition, subtraction. So we are going to multiply first, because multiplication and division comes first. And we multiply or divide from left to right, this direction. So we're going to multiply 2 by 4. We're going to multiply 2 and 4, which we get 8. We're going to rewrite 10, subtract 8, divided by 2, and we add 1. Our next step would be division. We're going to divide 8 by 2. We're going to have 10 minus 4 plus 1. 10 subtract 4 is 6. And then we're going to rewrite it. 6 plus 1 equals 7. This is the true value of the expression. You might not be able to see 7, but it's 7. The assignment today. Go to the guided assignment in the Google Classroom. It'll be labeled guided assignment. Follow along as I solve basic expressions. You'll probably only see my hands when I'm solving them. And then you as students will then need to record yourselves solving 2 problems. I will provide the 2 problems. You can do this with a smartphone or with your computer. You'll submit these recordings in a Dropbox that's located within the Google Classroom. Thank you.